If you're thinking about relocating to Rochester with kids or planning to grow your family soon, you're probably asking a bigger question than just where to live. You're wondering what day-to-day life feels like for families here. Not rankings, not marketing language, not what a website says. What real life looks like once school starts and routines begin. Well, I'm Kelly Domaille with Domaille Real Estate at eXp Realty right here in Rochester, Minnesota. My husband Bruce and I work with relocating families from all over, and one thing we hear repeatedly after they move is this: this feels more manageable than we expected. That word manageable comes up again and again. But before we go deeper, if you're relocating and you're trying to picture what raising kids here actually looks like, make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. We share weekly videos that go beyond real estate and into real life so that you can make confident decisions before you make your move. Now let's talk about what surprises families the most. The first thing most parents notice is how much easier logistics feel. In larger metro areas, raising kids often feels like a coordination project. You've got school drop-offs, practices, lessons, events, errands, and it can feel like you need a detailed calendar strategy just to get through a week. Well, traffic alone can drain hours from your schedule. Well, here in Rochester, all that friction is lower. You're not structuring your life around congestion. You're not spending your evenings driving across an overloaded city just to make a 60-minute practice. That reduction in daily strain changes family dynamics more than people expect. Another surprise is how involved parents are in their kids' lives here. There's a strong culture of participation. Parents volunteer, they attend games, they show up for school events, they join booster clubs and activity committees. That involvement creates tighter social networks among families, and kids build friendships, and parents are going to naturally build relationships too. And for many relocation families, that sense of community becomes one of the strongest positives of living here. Now, safety and predictability also stand out. Parents often tell us that they feel more comfortable giving their kids independence here than they did in their larger market. Now, neighborhood activities are steady. Parks are used consistently. Community spaces feel accessible, and that doesn't mean you stop being cautious as a parent, but it does mean that you aren't constantly on edge. And that mental shift really matters. Families are also surprised by how active our youth culture is in Rochester. Sports are really strong. Music programs are strong. Community activities are well supported. And because the city isn't overwhelming, participation is easier. Kids can be involved in multiple things without it turning into burnout for the whole household. And that balance creates room for growth without all that constant stress. At the same time, it's important to be honest. Raising your kids here still requires engagement. Rochester isn't a city that entertains your children for you. Families who thrive here, they build structure. They sign up for programs, they connect with other families, they show up consistently, and when they do, their kids develop strong circles. When they don't engage, the city's going to feel a little bit quieter than expected. Now, another lifestyle shift that families notice is how home-centered life becomes. Backyard gatherings are common, and birthday parties often feel intimate rather than extravagant. And that social time frequently happens in homes rather than in crowded venues. And that creates a slower, more connected rhythm. For some families, that feels pretty grounding. For others who might be used to more nonstop external entertainment, it's going to take some adjustment. So if you're evaluating this move and you want a structured way to think through how Rochester fits your family's lifestyle, you can scan the QR code on our screen and download our free Rochester Relocation Starter Kit. It'll walk you through not just housing decisions, but the day-to-day transition that families experience after the move. Now, one of the most meaningful shifts that parents talk about is time. When daily friction decreases, those evenings open up. Dinners together become realistic and more often. Attending that school concert doesn't require a major logistic overhaul. Weekends feel productive but not frantic. That reclaimed time strengthens family dynamics in subtle ways that really compound over years. So there is a strong professional-parent balance here. Many families relocating for healthcare or other demanding careers, they worry about work consuming everything. What they often find is that while work standards are high, life outside of work is structured in a way that really supports their family presence. Because you can be ambitious in your career without feeling like your kids are growing up in the backseat of your car. Now let's address expectations honestly. Rochester isn't a sprawling entertainment city. If your family thrives on constant large-scale attractions and high-density excitement, you're going to need to intentionally plan those experiences. But if you're looking for a place where daily life feels steady, where community matters, and where your kids can grow up in an environment that values involvement and consistency, Rochester delivers on all of that very well. The families who love raising kids here often say the same thing. Life feels stable, not stagnant. Stable, and that stability gives kids structure. It gives parents breathing room, and over time, that creates a strong foundation. If this perspective is helping you picture what family life here could look like, please make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel. We continue this series by breaking down different aspects of living right here in Rochester so that you can decide if it aligns with how you want your family to grow. I'm Kelly Domaille with Domaille Real Estate. We help families relocate with clarity so that when the move is done, daily life feels intentional, not overwhelming. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.